And so, Nick, when does this happen? The global capital markets, this digitizing of securities, etc. When is this all going to be mainstream?
Well, it's coming, isn't it? I mean, so the earlier there are some security tokens out there, but for the security tokens to be created, which we can do all the time, you need a place to trade them. So these exchanges are coming. 2019 is infrastructure, building infrastructure this year. 2020, I think you'll see a lot more security tokens. So we've got a client at the moment for the other business, which is tokenizing a holding company. So Topco, which owns a lot of smaller companies within the group. That's a perfect hedge, diversified strategy. A token linked to the performance of 10 other companies. You know, where there's a mix of companies that are recession-proof or different industries. It's almost like a fund of funds, an indexation. Right. So these security tokens are coming, but there's going to be some bad ones, and there are going to be some train wrecks, and there are going to be some failures. There is going to be. Like the .com was we've got to remember 90% of businesses fail anyway. You know, ICOs, everyone knocks them, but
it's the same as any startup.
Majority of these ICOs shouldn't even been seen the light of day, actually.
Sure.
But even if they were sensible projects, the failure rate is still 90% anyway. So it's going to take time. I think 2020, 2021, you'll see the security token market with exchanges like ours providing some credibility. I think that will bring institutional cash in because you can sell products that is trusted with legal wrappers, and once the institutional capital starts coming in, then the whole thing will start growing and expanding. So Tim Draper said, what was it, he reckons a $4 trillion market by 2023, 2025 potentially.
So Nick, Dimitri, there's so much here that I know people who are going to be watching this are going to either agree or disagree with, but either way they're going to want to be involved and they're going to want to have a voice. How is it that the community can follow what you're doing, especially with the Crix exchange? Where can they go right now to keep up to date, other than on the channel as well, which we'll keep them up to date on? But where can they go right now to have their voice and see what's going on with everything you're working on here?
Well, we plan to launch the sandbox, which will demonstrate every function of the exchange for test coins, probably middle May.
Okay.
So you can play, touch, play,
and
feel.
And this will be sandbox.crix.io, something like that. Okay.
And that's important. So touch it and feel it. We're very much a case of we're not going to, we are going to send messages to people and tell people we're here, but ultimately we don't want to send a glossy brochure that says, here it is. Come and play. Come and test it. See for yourself. If you like it, you'll stick with us. If you don't like it, well, then you'll move on to the next one.
Right.
Simple.
And Nick, you're very well researched, as well as Dimitri, in this market. You have obviously a lot of knowledge and opinions and views on how this should evolve. Where can people follow this thread and the story of what we were just talking about now? Where are you writing blogs or articles, or how can people find you online?
Well, obviously, I'm quite social. I've got quite a high social media profile, and I do write from time to time. So, through LinkedIn or from Twitter, I've got a Medium channel. There's various stuff, and I write things about everything: geopolitics, government, Brexit, crypto tokens, technology generally. And as you rightly say, what we put out there and what I write about will divide opinion.
Right.
But the whole purpose of writing and doing what we're doing is we want people to start thinking for themselves. The governments and the media dumb everyone down.
Right.
And people are better than that.
Right.
Your community is better than that. We have a voice, and my voice is wake up.
Right.
Do your research, decide for yourself. But I'm trying to poke people with some thoughts where you're going to agree or disagree. But the fact you agree or disagree is a good thing.
Right.
We don't have all the answers. We just want you to wake up. So that's why we pose some of these.
That's your core message. Wake up. That's
wake up. You've been sold a life.
Just
for goodness
wake
sake.
up.
Don't buy a pension. Don't believe what the BBC say because it's a fascist company. And wake up. Everything you're being sold is. It's got strings attached, and it's not what it is.
100%.
So the younger people out there are completely, I think, looking for new answers, which is a good thing. But don't believe anything that's out there at the moment that's coming out of the media and government, because it's make your own mind up.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dimitri, same for you. Final question from your perspective. What is the one message that you have for the crypto community right now?
Well, say transparency and trust. So that's important. So we have to prevent the manipulation. We have to be transparent, and we have to actually self-regulate, because we don't need to wait while the regulator will come and try to regulate the space.
Great.
So there is a huge potential of the self-governance, self-regulation in the community, and actually happening. So because we see how Bitcoin is organized. So it's self-regulated, and we need to sort of cover with this patents, self-regulation patents, cover the whole industry, including trading, exchanges. So we need to start. Every player needs to start exchanging the information about the bad behavior, bad actors, call out the names and stuff like that. Say transparency and integrity of and stuff.
Well, I think what Dimitri's saying is absolutely right, but there's two things going on. The first thing is that the way people consume information is very quick and very short term. People, if you look at social media, there's loads of haters on there, professional haters, and I think the community is better than that. They do the research. Don't take somebody else's word for it. Don't read the thing on Twitter, which is sensational headline. He's a good player. He's a bad. Do your research. There's so many opportunities to actually find out what's really going on, because I think it's an intelligent community. The trouble with social media, it's very veneer. It's quick consumption. It shoots from the hip, and people get attacked. And there's a lot of people get attacked who are actually good people, and. The other side of things is that there's not many people making money in this market now. The bull run's over. So people are struggling for money. So what do they do naturally? They also attack each other. Right. And they do attack the people that are doing well. So, and it's just, I guess it's human nature. But I've noticed there's a big shift in social media in the last 6 months with this bear run really biting, because people are hurting. And there is a lot more trolling and hate and frustration coming out in people in social media at the moment. Yeah. And I don't think it's healthy.
We're definitely seeing that too. So that's an awesome message to take away. Nick Ayton, Dimitri Koval, thank you so much for having this interview with us today. I really appreciate that. There's very few people sitting behind an exchange who ahead of time, before they even went for the main launch, would have been so transparent, and that speaks absolute volumes. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
If you want to get in touch with Dimitri and Nick, you've heard it. There will be a link very soon. It'll be sandbox.crix.io, and follow it on the channel. We'll make sure that we keep you up to speed with these guys. But you guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.